For our introductory issue to Shipped, we've got Welcome to Shipped by GoBoldr, my new tech and startup newsletter. And the first announcement is, or the first post is a little bit of a mea culpa, kind of a my bad. I had a small audience of readers in my initial version of the newsletter, and what we're doing going forward is a complete and total rebrand. In the interest of walking the walk, right, and talking the talk, I wanted to go ahead and talk through that first issue, why it didn't work and why I ended up scrapping it and why I've gone ahead and re-released it and rebranded it now. So with that in mind, welcome to Chipped by GoBoldr. And this is Reinvention 101. Again, this will come out as an email. It'll come out as an email newsletter, or you can view it on the web, or of course you can watch these YouTube videos while I'll read through the issues as they come out, and you can either watch or listen as you prefer. So Reinvention 101, the messy middle, building in public in real time. When I launched a newsletter a few months ago, I wanted to try out Beehive and get a feel for how it worked. The Beehive platform is excellent, by the way. Like everyone else in the world, I also wanted to become famous immediately. So also, like everyone else, I went straight to the AI gurus, ChatGPT, and Claude to get some ideas for how I could use my company name in a flashy, memorable way. And I wound up with Startup Founders Go Boulder, which is a terrible name. You can look at that and immediately see it's not great. And the visual style is even worse. And if you look at this graphic here, I love the background, the art style of it. It's flashy, it's great. It would be an excellent mural. It would be a fine backdrop of a startup office, but it's a terrible name for a newsletter. It's not memorable, it's not marketable. Out the window. Why? It's eye-catching, but too wordy. The words don't make sense together. It's not memorable. It's busy. It looks terrible as an email header. Yeah. And the play on my business name assumes it's already famous. Having GoBoldr in the name doesn't tell anyone anything until GoBoldr is famous. We'll get to that later. In short, it doesn't accomplish anything that I set out to do. And things like how it looks in the recipient's inbox came up after I started. And the screenshot here shows email newsletters that I got from Twill and then from Tyler Denk, founder of Beehive's Big Desk Energy, showing the title of the newsletter and then also the title of the issue and how much that actually impacts the click rate or the open rate, how much it impacts whether or not someone's actually going to open this thing in their inbox or remember subscribing to it in the first place. So finally, I used a template someone else had put together and ran into issues using it, editing it, and making it mine because it wasn't. And because it wasn't mine, I went too far, I did too much, and I lost track of my fundamentals. I kept wrestling with containers and tweaking formatting and figuring out, trying to work what I was writing into the template that was already there instead of building a template around the content that I was making. I didn't actually write it beyond a few posts. It felt wrong. I didn't actually like what I was doing, even though I'm absolutely the kind of person who enjoys writing newsletters and was very happy with the good parts. And that's true. I really liked the best parts of it, which is why I'm doing it again. Long story short, my first attempt at a newsletter was a train wreck, which is awesome. I found some things that worked really well. I learned how to use the tools, and most importantly of all, I took the first step. Revising something that already exists is a whole orders of magnitude easier than starting from scratch. The hard part's over. I've learned how to use the platform. I have the site built. I've got the newsletter built. I even have a handful of subscribers already. Now, I'm tearing it down to the studs and starting with something that's dramatically improved because of what I've already learned. So why Shipped? It's a single word. It's punchy, it's dramatic, it stands out on basic graphics, it's memorable, shareable, repeatable. It matches GoBoldr's existing basic but bold color scheme and tone, and ending with the period makes it arguably unique, and therefore I could trademark or defend it if it ever becomes a popular name down the road. Finally, it's a big, bold invitation to my ICP, who talk about shipping all the time. That is my intended or ideal customer profile to open the email. So if I'm marketing to founders, if I want to send out information to founders and to investors, speaking the language of founders, investors, and technical founders is a really strong way to do that. So that's a lot of the reason why I picked the name. Since the audience I'm writing for is startup founders, tech junkies, investors of all types, and most of all, builders, what do startup software founders talk about all the time? Shipping software, day in, day out. What do investors want? Technical founders who deliver, who ship. So, welcome to Shipped. And that's our first issue. And I wanted to make sure to do this. This was even more slapdash than the rest of what I've done. And since I released this initial episode, or this initial issue, excuse me, I've revised a couple things. For example, I hadn't changed the sending name. So this first issue still went to my email subscribers with the name Startup Founders Go Boulder. So it was familiar, But at the same time, it didn't land the way I hoped it would, which was also a really good experimental step. And so I'm recording this video, posting the videos, and putting up the actual playlist on my YouTube channel after releasing the first full issue so that I can look at this as a lens to introduce the entire subject as I'm going on to a little bit more mature, polished up content in the next issue. So there it is. That's issue 1 of Shipped. Welcome to Shipped by GoBoldr. Cheers.